Here's how you know if she truly loves you. I'll tell you about 7 timeless truths that will reveal her real intentions for life. Most men never see it coming. Love twisted into performance, affection tainted by hidden motives. You think she wants you, but she only wants the version of you that fits her agenda. But there are signs, unmistakable patterns carved into the actions of a woman whose heart is truly yours. A woman who loves you does not hide. She doesn't lurk in the shadows of your life, waiting for a convenient time to emerge. She steps into your world and claims her place. She wants to be part of your tribe, your circle, your name. She wants to meet your brothers. She wants your mother to know her scent. She wants to be seen, felt, known. Because love does not shrink, it expands. Because love does not fear exposure, it longs for it. It aches for it. Every time she avoids your people, every time she keeps you as a secret chapter, every time she chooses silence over presence, know this: she is not writing a future with you. She is staging a temporary scene. A woman who hides you is a woman preparing her escape. A woman who avoids your family is building her exits while pretending to nest. A woman who keeps you invisible does not intend to grow roots. So ask yourself, why does she fear being seen? Why is she comfortable in the shadows, but not in the spotlight of your real life? If she cannot claim you in the daylight, she will not guard you in the storm. Real love bleeds without a receipt. It pours itself out without expecting applause. She doesn't tally favors, doesn't keep score. She doesn't remind you of what she gave up. She doesn't weaponize her generosity. She shifts her plans. She alters her pace. She takes the long road, the hard road, if it leads to your peace. Not to win points, not to gain leverage, but because your well-being is hers. Every time she cancels something for you, every time she chooses your comfort over her convenience, every time she swallows her pride to preserve peace, she is revealing her heart. This doesn't mean abandoning boundaries. It means she bends without breaking. It means she gives without dissolving. Love isn't about losing yourself, but it is about giving of yourself. And she gives again and again because the connection matters more than the cost. A woman who truly loves you will sacrifice, not because you demand it, but because she's already decided you're worth it. Ask yourself, when was the last time someone gave without keeping score? How often do people around you sacrifice with no hidden agenda? She understands that love without effort is just convenience, and she wants more than comfort. She wants bond, she wants fire. If she doesn't give, she isn't in it. If she won't bend, she won't last. And if she counts every act of love like currency, then she's not in love. She's in a transaction. She doesn't have to love your family, but she must respect their place in your story. She must acknowledge the roots that shaped you, even if they aren't hers. Your pain is not foreign to her. Your worries are not interruptions. She doesn't see your burdens as baggage. She sees them as the map to your soul. Every time your father calls with bad news, she listens. Every time your sister fails again, she doesn't roll her eyes. Every time someone in your tribe hurts, she steps in, not to fix, but to understand. If your mother is ill, she asks. If your best friend is broken, she listens. If your people need something, she finds a way to care. Because to love a man is to honor his blood, even when it isn't perfect. To love a man is to take pieces of his past and hold them in the present. A woman who is indifferent to your family may one day be indifferent to your future. Ask yourself, how does she treat the ones who made you? How does she react when your loyalty is divided? Does she compete with your mother, or does she comfort her? Does she resent your brother's flaws or see him through your eyes? Indifference to your bloodline is not just a red flag, it is a form of betrayal. Because the people who raised your heartbeat are part of the rhythm she claims to love. And if she won't protect what formed you, she will never fully protect you. Every man has a rhythm, a sacred structure to his day, his grind, his silence. His ritual is not random. It is built from battles, forged in years of trial and repetition. The way he wakes, the way he thinks, the way he needs silence to sort through the noise, all of it is sacred. A woman who loves you doesn't interrupt that. She doesn't rush into your temple with her own script. She studies it, she honors it, and then she joins it. Not by changing who she is, but by tuning into the frequency of your momentum. If you rise before the sun, she does not disturb the stillness. She moves around your purpose like a breeze around stone. If your day ends in war, she becomes your retreat. Not passive, not withdrawn, just aligned. Love is not always loud. Often it moves like water, adapting, flowing, aligning. Every time she chooses to align instead of control, she is saying, I trust your mission. Every time she moves with your rhythm, not against it, she is saying, I respect your design. How many times have you been with someone who tried to remake your tempo? How many times have you felt your flow disrupted by someone who didn't understand the cost of your pace? This is more than compatibility. It is reverence. Reverence for your path. Reverence for your solitude. Reverence for your fire. And if she cannot match your rhythm, she will only slow your rise. When you win, she doesn't shrink. She doesn't retreat. She doesn't turn cold. She doesn't feel threatened. She roars louder than you do. She becomes the echo to your triumph. She posts about your wins, brags about your grind, reminds you of your greatness when the world tries to forget. When the room grows silent after your victory, she claps first, loudest, longest. She knows your path was not handed to you. She saw the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the days you doubted everything. She reminds you of those days when you forget how far you've come. This kind of woman is rare because most don't want to walk beside power. They want to tame it. They want to quiet it. They want to edit it until it fits their comfort zone. But she amplifies it. She pours oil on your fire. She is not jealous of your rise. She is your ascension partner. Every time you climb, she climbs with you. Every time you level up, she holds the ladder steady. Every time the world turns away, she steps forward. Ask yourself, who stood tall when your light expanded? Who celebrated you when you outgrew the past? Who clapped when you weren't in the room to hear it? The woman who loves your rise is the woman who will never fear your power, because she knows your success isn't a threat to her identity. It is a confirmation of her choice. Every bond will face the storm, the arguments, the misunderstandings, the moments where silence feels louder than screams. But she doesn't run when it comes. She doesn't vanish. She doesn't weaponize distance. She doesn't seek comfort elsewhere. She stays. She leans in. She engages, even when it hurts, even when it would be easier to walk away. She fights for clarity, for understanding, for unity. Not to be right, but to be real. Not to win, but to build. Not all conflict is destruction. Some battles are the price of depth. Some friction is the evidence of forging. Two flames learning to burn together. And a woman who loves you will not avoid those battles. She will meet you in the war zone, unarmed, with truth in her hands. She will enter the fire if it means coming out on the other side with you. Every time you feel the urge to shut down, she opens. Every time you try to leave emotionally, she reaches. Every time things fall apart, she picks up the first brick. She chooses us over me. Not once, not sometimes, every time. Ask yourself, who stands in the storm with you? Who doesn't flinch when the skies go black? Who holds the line when you're not easy to love? If she fights for the bond, even when it's frayed, even when it's fragile, that is not weakness. That is loyalty. That is love in its rarest form. You don't need a woman who hears you. You need one who listens. Listens to the cracks in your voice. Listens to the pauses where truth hides. Listens to the silence that screams louder than your words. To the dreams you whispered once and never mentioned again. To the fears you never voiced but always carried. To the shifts in tone that betray your calm. She absorbs you, not to twist you, not to collect ammunition for later wars, but to understand, to truly understand. Because real listening is not passive, it is presence. It is the act of holding space when the world won't. A woman who loves you listens like a soldier listens to orders in the battlefield. Fully, focused, devoted. Every time you speak, she leans in. Every time you stumble, she steadies. Every time your truth trembles, she becomes still. Ask yourself, when you speak, does she wait to reply or wait to feel? When you're vulnerable, does she flinch or does she stay? Listening is not just hearing, it is witnessing. And if she cannot witness you, she cannot walk with you. In a world of imitation, of temporary bonds and borrowed affection, a woman who does these 7 things is not a partner. She is an anchor, a mirror, a fortress. If she does them, keep her close, not because you're afraid to lose her, but because you'd be a fool to let her go.